Here we are, gamers. Not doing something I expected to be doing. Racing as a race winner, Pierre Gasly, in a race winning Alpha Tauri in 2020, but it's happened. Okay. I have not played this game in a minute. This is my first video playing since that win in the Italian Grand Prix, even though we had the Tuscan Grand Prix. As you guys know, I record a week ahead for content. So we're starting some reason on the mediums. I didn't qualify, just want to point that out why I'm so far back. Plus it's an Alpha Tauri without a performance patch. Oh my god, I cannot drive this car. Oh my god, dude. But I feel like racing Brazil this week, of course, it's an off week for F1. And I felt like it'd be just, fun to still play. Fun to still, put out some content. That's what we like to do here. Oh my god.
Mind that from.
And of course, in our double upload week here, I felt like, why not? Want to race the Alpha Tauri here in Brazil. One of the races that's canceled here on the 2020 calendar. Plus, I figured racing Pierre Gasly where he got his first podium last year in the Toro Rosso.
Illegal maneuver, cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
It'd be fun to kind of just race that here and see what happens, but we're currently in 15th. I had a terrible first lap there. Just gotta get to grips with this game, really. Again, I didn't play it for a week, and you wouldn't think that would matter, but
Great first lap. Keep it up.
when you don't turn a lap for a week and then you kind of just jump into it and have to be on it, especially when you played racing games that don't necessarily have the same quality and same finesse about them right before making this. I made the NASCAR videos that come up later in the week right before this one, and those games, you play them a little differently. They drive a little differently, so they're just a little bit different games. Right there next to Magnussen. Try to work our way here into the top 10. Because we're going on mediums here for some reason. We're passing cars on soft tires. So
Good job.
I'm going to be on new. But I never saw that before. It says new next to the tire compound, huh?
We can now use DRS. DRS now.
Alright, so lap 3 DRS here. Roman Grosjean really outperforming that Haas car. I guess it's the power of the 2019 Ferrari engine. Overtake mode and DRS. Trying to take Grosjean here to the corner. Absolutely brilliant move. A little bit of contact there, myself and Grosjean, but we're good. Lance Stroll up next, and then Lewis Hamilton. Then we get a little bit of a gap to the top performing cars, really, in this race. Hamilton's sort of fallen out of that group a little bit, which is a bit nice of this game. Like, as much as I like it to be realistic, it is nice to have that variety in the game of the top 6 drivers at least. It'd be quite boring if the game was absolutely just coded to have Hamilton dominate. So it is a little bit nice that you can play the game and not always just have Hamilton be the top car. It's kind of cool. I mean, I wish that, I guess, if it was going to have, when it has the Mercedes in the top, I guess it would be nice to have it be Hamilton instead of Bottas to make it more realistic, but it also is nice that the game isn't just coded to just have the Mercedes just absolutely yeet everybody the entire time. But here we go. DRS, ERS, and we're good. The tricky challenge now is chasing down Hamilton. He's going to be a little bit harder of a pass. I mean, a little bit harder of a catch than Stroll was. But two were out on lap 4. I'm very, very happy. We had to do those first couple turns where we just absolutely just didn't know how to drive the game. And now we sort of settled in here. Get driving a little bit. ERS through there. Once again, use it just to boost off that corner. Lower it down, go into rich mix. Now once again, enable it. I do got to realize that this isn't a career mode car. We are going to use the ERS up a lot faster.
By 8.0 seconds.
So we do have to realize that this is not a career mode car. We got to play the ERS very, very smart here. A lot smarter than we've been using it, which is problematic, I guess. I just go completely wild with it. Bottas is just sort of yeeting away now a little bit. The Mercedes is stretching his legs out a little bit from the other cars, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. And here we go through here, trying to just be on Hamilton for the main straight. The good news is, towards the end of this race, we've caught these cars on medium tires. You know, we're here on mediums, which is absolutely brilliant. The fact that we've done that,
we're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Is great, because now every car in front of me here, Hamilton, Verstappen, Albon, Vettel, Leclerc, and Bottas, are all assumably on soft tires. They're all going to be on soft tires, and they're all going to be hitting the point where those tires are going to start giving up a little bit of grip. I mean, mine aren't looking brilliant here as mediums, so I could only imagine what those tires are like. Of course, I have slightly heated this right front. I don't know what I'm doing here that's making it heat up, but however I've driven this car has really, really just heated up that tire a little bit. Try to get into a cooling window here, but it is overheating. It is going yellow here.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds.
And we just don't have that power and that grip and that speed that we need to catch these guys. And again, I'm just trying to be smart with the overtake mode. And I'm pretty sure Hamilton's called their DRS. So I'm kind of in a spot here where I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I guess I'll use Rich Mix here a little bit. But Hamilton's called their DRS, which means that he can pull himself closer to Verstappen while we just sort of fall back a little bit. But again, the good news is they're all going to be on either medium or hard tires, not sure which one, I'm assuming just mediums, when this thing goes to the finish. We'll be on softs, we'll have more speed, we can make up some time there for a lap or two. Also, the good news is that Hamilton, who was pulling away from us, they're all just stacking up at this point. They're just getting into your DRS
Fuel
train where
target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
everybody just DRS behind each other, basically. In the detection zone, we are close enough.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
You want me to do 8 laps on mediums and 10 on soft, bro? What kind of strategy is that? What kind of strat is that, dude? I'm on the compound that should go longer, not the other way around. Hello? Are you dumb? I know I'm driving in for an Italian team, but like, this is an Alpha Tauri. Like, we got smart Red Bull engineers here, not Ferrari engineers, bro. I'm confused. Literally nobody is pitting. Why the hell would I pit?
You're catching the car ahead by around 0.5 a lap.
There's nowhere to pass here. That's my issue. You know, I guess in theory by pitting, I could get an undercut, come in and be on the faster compound. But like, I guess that's a strategy to use, but I don't know if I'm going to have... I'm going to rejoin in 17th. Like, that's not a brilliant spot to rejoin. But here we are, 7th, chilling behind Hamilton. Alright, I guess we will do an undercut here. That does kind of make sense to me. Because we were right on them. If we come in, they're going to be on slower softs. We get a lap on faster soft tires, we can go.
Go.
I was very confused why I didn't go to the end there. Playing career mode.
Daniel is in the pits. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Alright, here we go. Right behind Antonio Giovinazzi, where we don't necessarily want to be, but... Bro, really? My question is he... Pit? Yeah, okay. So it's Raikkonen was the one that pit. Okay. So, I mean, this pass isn't critical. But, I mean, it would be nice to have a little bit more clean track through this section. For sure. It would definitely be better to have a little bit more...
You made it look easy.
Clean track to go a little bit faster, because he's already 0.7 of a second behind me. Like, I would be sitting behind him just going nowhere. Where Ricardo, I can pull up to him, because again, I passed most of these cars on medium tires on like one lap, so gonna have to make this move work, my guy. You're gonna have to go by. You have to let me by. You're gonna have to let me by here. Oh, you fucking idiot.
Okay, you have wing damage. Are you alright?
Like, holy
Sit tight, the
shit,
marshals are on their
dude.
way.
Just cut over on me, bro. Might as well. He's just not holding his line here, you can just see. I'm going to go way down here. Rich mix again, overtake mode. We got to outbrake Ricardo here. It's just a must. Come on. Awesome. We're ahead of Albon. We're ahead of Vettel. We're ahead of Hamilton.
Behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tire.
Absolutely brilliant. We made the undercut work there by swapping to faster soft tires. The question is, can we get Verstappen, Leclerc, and Bottas? They are in range that Verstappen is 17.5 seconds ahead. So that's going to be the question. If we can pass him and Bottas, we're in a good shot. Okay, I just overshot that. I don't even know how I did that, but I did it. Like, we ran around in 7th, but we were all really, really, really close. Like, I was on Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas. Like,
good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Bottas is coming out of the pits now. Rich mix. We are right behind Bottas. We've overtaken Verstappen, though. Right now, we would be in a net P2 because Leclerc was in between Bottas and Verstappen, so we're in a solid spot here. Very, very happy with that. Tucked up behind him just a little too much. Got a better drive off that corner, honestly.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Fuel mix 2, and there we go. We're going to get by Bottas as well, actually. What a brilliant move. What an absolutely brilliant move. Side by side with Bottas across the line, though. I just don't have any overtake mode. He's got DRS. We're going to touch wheels a little bit here. I'm going to get by him ultimately in the end, but this is not over yet. Leclerc, though, gets by. I want to see, though, did I damage Bottas, because he slowed way down for some reason. No, he just went off the track. Okay, cool. The thing is, though, these are new tires. Relatively new, and they are already just... I'm overheating that right front. I'm struggling here still. Leclerc switched to hards. Why? I have very, very, very minimal front damage. You can see it there. Just a little bit lighter green. Not much, but just a little bit lighter green. And that's problematic for me. Because, well, I'm worried about that. I'm worried just how much that will affect. But here we go, the Alpha Tauri just doing the work here. It's been a brilliant drive from the back to the front here, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm very, very happy with that drive and that decision to pull the trigger to do the undercut. I was very skeptical about the engineer saying, hey, hit on lap, 8, but I came in lap 9. By the time that they were on, it'd be lap 10. That'd be 8 laps on the tire. So that was better. Pitting on lap, basically coming out of the pits on lap 10, which would mean that I'd have to put 8 laps on these tires, which again is a lot. And then that front right is heating up, which is a little bit worrying to me, but I'm hopeful that we can get this win here. Hold off Bottas, hold off Leclerc, hold off everybody for the finish here. I gotta use overtake mode now. I did those few laps of just not deploying anymore to trying to save it for these long straights. Bottas went for a bold move there, and that actually cost him a spot. Tried to dive to the outside of me, and I'm just like, nah, fam, you're gone. It was risky, it was bold, but in the end, he did not go for it and pull it off. So here we go now, once again. Doing what we got to do here. Go for the ERS deployment. Big boost of ERS. Leclerc did gain a little bit on us there. The AI do like to deploy a lot of ERS towards the end of these races too, so bit of a worry there, I guess you could say. But just a few laps left in this thing, and Leclerc is now pulling up just a little bit. If he goes for a pass in the same spot as Bottas, I'd love to see it happen. Here we go, side by side with Leclerc, who's on hard tires. He's battling us. And now this is when the hard tires, you would think, would probably start to work a little bit better. They're going to come into their own towards the end of this race. You're going to see my soft tires really fall off. The mediums on Bottas, Verstappen, Albon, all of them back there will also start to fall off a little bit, but it's going to be a fight here towards the end of this thing. Made a little bit of a mistake there, going a little bit wide, but it's going to sit here, do what we got to do, and drive through these corners. Really messed up the time board up there for a second. And just that front right tire is just wearing out once again here in our Alpha Tauri. We're going towards the finish. 2 laps remaining in Brazil. Leclerc, Gasly going for a big crash there.
That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
Big crash there. We're going to have a drag race down this straight, though. Tell you that much. We're able to get by him just under braking barely. He was moving a lot there under the brakes, and he just couldn't get the car slowed down in time. So here we go. Once again, in the lead in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Lap number 17 out of 18. Here we go. On the brakes through the twisty second sector of Interlagos. And now we have to start to make the ascent up the hill towards the main straight. Leclerc has fallen out of DRS range just slightly of us. He will not have DRS down the straight.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
I stayed in Richard mode for too long. That's a problem. We're going to drop it down to lean just to try and make sure we have a little bit more to deploy if they catch us up. Leclerc now still not within that 1 second DRS range. The question is, will he get in that 1 second DRS range down that main straight? That's where this thing could turn into a fight. Now, those buildings there, that's a great place to have an apartment. Is that an apartment building? Because if it is, that's a great place to have an apartment. Leclerc is now right here on us, so we got to focus on that, not focus on apartment buildings near the racetrack. Contact there with Leclerc. Bottas now in range. He's the next driver once again to go trying to charge back at us. Here we go, up this hill. ERS deployment, drop all that battery charge. Rich mix, here we go to the finish. We're going to use all of our ERS to cross that line and get the win.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
Oh, man. That's awesome. What a drive from 18th up to 1st. Oh, man.
Well, that might not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question it was a critical win. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, Crofty, this was won through an abundance of speed and an abundance of skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today. And it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race, surely, that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
As we await the winners to take their position,
Here we go.
one thing is clear. Tauri have really shown their prowess on the track. This is a team that isn't afraid to take risks, whether that's on the circuit or in the new talent they hire. Today, those risks certainly
He said
paid off.
AlphaTauri. I'm sure in the next game they'll have him change that, because I remember actually watching the practice session where they told him it's AlphaTauri, and he's like, because he was saying AlphaTauri, whatever.
Now, let's discuss
What-
Ants. Who would you
whatever.
say is a contender for driver of the day?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack.
I was able to get us up
Driver's
to
job to
first in
capitalise
points
on those
because
opportunities, and he
just
did
the
so with a
spread
lot of
between
skill.
the Mercedes
Well,
being
Ants, an end
second
to
and
another
seventh,
fantastic weekend of
the
racing.
Ferraris being
Thanks to
third
everyone
and
who joined
sixth.
us, and we'll see you for the
that
next one.
really was able to spread out the points. That with myself winning, getting the fastest lap, I was able to do that. And you can look at this, just the point standings here, wild. Not that the points matter, but quite fun to take a look at. So that's that. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one.